If I was to ask you, Glyn,
Yes.
to name a magazine
Uh-huh.
that was specifically aimed at a teenage girl market
Yeah.
between 1983 and 2004,
Yeah.
last issue came out in April 2004,
Uh-huh.
what magazine would I mean?
2004.
2004, April 2004 was the final issue. As I say, aimed specifically at a teenage girl market,
Teenage girl.
until another magazine, Sugar, came along. 94 took it
Ooh.
over. I'm getting all of this from Wikipedia.
I was going to say something like Heat, but that's not really Teenage Girl magazine.
No.
See, I can only think FHM.
No, that's the opposite. That's aimed at teenage boys.
You are right, yeah.
Yeah. It's got a number in it, but not just a number.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got it.
Yep.
Just 17.
Just 17. And why would that be relevant?
Because it's the 17th Mostly Comedy podcast.
Oh my
Hey!
goodness! Yes.
Genius.
It's clever, isn't it?
Very clever.
And it was really snappy as well. It
It
really
was
got us
really
in
snappy. Yeah.
quickly. Thank you for listening to episode 17 of the More Than Mostly Comedy podcast. We won't
Yes.
just be giving you information about magazines in the sort of 90s to the 2000s. We're actually going to
just
present
17.
some interviews, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we are indeed. We've got Katherine Ryan.
That's right.
Very exciting. And James Redmond.
Yes, it's true. It's very, very bloody true. And we'll start with James Redmond now. He's someone we've not actually seen his stand-up before, but I remember when we were up in Edinburgh a few years ago, and I can't remember if it was when we were doing Mostly Comedy up there or whether we were just doing our show. I think it was the first year he was up there doing stuff and gigging. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And we talked about, we'll have to get him at some point.
Yes.
And then now we had him tonight.
However
so-
many years later.
Yeah,
Here we
we're
are.
very slow workers.
Yeah.
We started writing the email almost straight away, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we do like a letter at a time.
Yeah.
And we do it with, we don't want to know what we type with.
No, it's...
But it's not really conducive to quick typing.
It's not quick typing. It's pleasurable, but not quick.
It is pleasurable, but quick typing, not so good.
No.
Maybe if you wrote shorthand, although then that would be involved. You'd have to
Yeah.
dip it into some ink. Dipping that would probably give you a clue as to what we're talking about. Anyway, so this is James Redmond's interview, so have a listen now.
Here we are with James Redmond.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Can't see us, but we're definitely
We
here.
are here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you and you can see me.
So that's good. That's
So
a
there are
good
no
thing.
trees falling in the forest without noise.
Ah, you see. If there are three comedians and you don't see them, are they there? That's the question.
Good question.
It's not a
Good
good
question.
question.
It's not. It's a question.
It's a question.
Yeah.
Just some words
Words
Yeah.
together.
Now, I read through Wikipedia.
Which
flipping
is
heck.
the sort of place where everything is completely accurate. Is that right?
Oh,
Everything
always
is
accurate. Even though
completely
you alter it, and
Yeah.
friends of mine ring me up and say, "Mate, you've got to get that changed." And I do it all the time. I had on Wikipedia failed comedian,
Nice.
and I'd only just started, so I changed it to failing.
That's good. That's good.
So I noticed it said something about that James has hinted at a stand-up career.
Yes.
And I thought hinted was an interesting...
Hinted. I mean, 1,000 gigs in, that is hinting,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's a
that's,
little
that's
bit.
quite a heavy hint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
But I read on there, despite questioning it all, that you started out as a model,
I did.
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, how did the transition to... Well, first acting, how did that...
Acting. Well, the answer to that is Hollyoaks, isn't it? I mean, that is the
Yeah.
subset between the two, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want an actor. Where do we find actors? Not at drama schools, is it?
No.
Or stage schools. Let's find them on the catwalk. Now, I was very, very lucky. I did a TV commercial, did a few, and they saw one of them in which I was a talking head. It was for Carling beer, and they liked what they saw. I was right for the character, so I went up for my first ever audition.
Right.
My agent saying, "Oh, you've got an acting thing, audition, whatever. Go up and do it, and just learn what it's like to fail.
Right.
And then if you want to do acting course, we'll put you up for some more, maybe." And I got the job, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, yeah.
And apparently, I don't remember this, but the bosses told me like a year later that in my audition, when they said we think we might give you the job, I was going, "No, no, what? I'm just here for the no. I can't act."
Yeah.
I was just being me, and they said, "That's
Yeah.
fine." And apparently, I said, "Well, if I'd love the job, but you have to help
Right.
me learn," and they did, which was
Wow.
nice.
It's a good way to
Some,
learn.
yeah,
though, I
it's a nice
suppose.
way to start.
Yeah, and going back to we were just talking before off air
Mm.
about hitching, and my friend Ben Hull, who played Lewis in Hollyoaks, I was so lucky that I was paired with him, and he was, I mean, lovely cast, but not all as unselfish as him. And he was the most selfless of all the cast. He was just like, "Mate, you're great. Just do what you do in rehearsal on screen. Yeah, and he kept saying, "No, shut up, you're brilliant," and it was really lovely to hear.
So were you the only one that had no experience then?
There were a couple more, which may come as some surprise.
That surprised me.
But I was the only one who hadn't done anything at all. I'd done, I think, a house play. I went to public school, so I'd done one house play, no school plays, and no stage school, no drama. In boarding schools, you have houses.
Oh yeah.
Where you all live and stuff. I was a day boy in a day house, but you do a play in each house. You know, there's about 100 boys in each house, so whatever. But
so did you do it just to your house, or was it to the rest of the school?
Yeah, I mean everyone can go, but no one does, because the only people who go are the ones who have to go. Which is So I did a house play. Which was that's it. That was all I did. I was in drag for that, playing an old lady, playing a cleaner.
Excellent.
That was your one acting thing.
Yeah, it was and we all had to have a part. I didn't. I had a stutter at school, so I was kind of scared to do it. And Mum was saying, "No, you should do it because it'd be good for your stutter and all that." So that's why I did a school play, and then that was what launched me. 15 years later into my audition.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
and I suppose in a way it's quite a good way to learn, because I mean, how frenetic was the sort of filming schedule? Would you be
pretty full on? Yeah, I mean when I started, it was only 2 episodes a week, so we worked. It was 6 days, but I worked sort of an average of sort of 3.5 days a week. But then it went to 4 days a week and a spin-off series, and suddenly, towards the end, Ben and I were working 13-day fortnights, and our days were 8 a.m. to midnight.
Right, bloody hell.
Because you're doing 2 shoots, going back and forth, whatever, and often having to learn 10 scenes at night.
Right.
So you get home at midnight, and you've got to be up at 7,
Brain
and
shatter.
you've got 11 scenes, whatever. In fact, Ben won't mind me saying this. There were a few times where he held up my lines next to his face, and I did the same for him, because you're just sort of shooting over shoulder, and you're not even looking at the eyes. You're just reading from a thing. Because you're thinking, I don't even know what day it is. I don't know what day it is.
Yeah.
I'd love to see some of that. I'd love to actually look back at some of that and see.
Most of it looked like that, probably. I think even when I had like 2 weeks off to learn everything, it probably looked the same. Yeah.
I suppose at least it built up in a way. You didn't start on that, fortnight like.
No, it was a great place to be, and everyone's learning at the same time at different rates, and that's always stimulating. And even the directors, everyone there pretty much was doing a job that perhaps they weren't quite ready for, apart from the producers, Yeah. So the directors were fresh from college and stuff, because everyone was young. You got so many notes, everyone was just. I got so much direction, Whereas I went on to other shows, and people are sort of scared to. Would you mind just playing that a bit differently? Yeah, just tell me. Just say that's rubbish. Cut. That's what I'm used to. But
it's amazing. It's an amazing way to start off, to have that sort of prime time TV show.
Incredible. Your first thing. Very, very lucky, and it kind of grew, because just as I started, Andy Peters took it under the T4 umbrella. He started the T4 thing. He took the sort of BBC broom cupboard thing and moved it to Channel 4. T4, teenage programming on Channel 4. So we had, double the wages and double the viewing figures suddenly.
Nice.
Which is good.
Omnibus time. It was good.
Yeah.
So what? Leaping through everything you've done. So from all the TV then that you've then done, what then took you on to stand up?
I always wanted to do stand-up. I've always been a big stand-up fan, and just been too scared. As I was too scared to act. I was in a band as a teenager, but I was too scared to act or do comedy. But then I did a bit of presenting between Hollyoaks and Mile High. I did a show called Mile High.
I remember the name.
Yeah, it was on Sky One.
Yes.
It was fun. And I just always fancied doing it. And then when I was leaving Casualty, in my last 2 episodes was a comic called Boothby Graffo, who you might know. Brilliant comic. He'll be in his early 50s now. And he was playing my mother's boyfriend, and he was saying, just do it, because I'd seen him live. I said, oh mate, you're amazing. And he said, well, do it, you're funny. And he kept ringing me saying, do this bloody course. So I did this Amused Moose course in London, Logan Murray's course.
Oh yes.
And just loved it, and lots of big comics have done it, and through that I did a competition, and then got an agent and just started doing open spots all over the country, and it was great.
Yeah. Are you happiest doing that, would you say?
I like all of it. I start missing acting and, even presenting. I like doing all it, even, voiceover I miss. I haven't done one for a while. But, it's nice. It's good that it kind of empowers you as an actor because if you've got no other income, then you're desperate for the work, and it shows in your audition. You look a bit too keen, and also you take an audition that perhaps you wouldn't otherwise. My agent rings me up, and I'll take most. To be honest, I'll take most auditions, but some will say, nah, I don't want the job. It's not great money. There's no reason to do it. I've paid my bills with stand-up.
Yeah, right, okay.
When you go into an audition, you've got 3 or 4 guys there. As I'm sure you know, do you act as well? Yeah. And that's quite daunting. Unless you've been on stage like you have, and I have, for a week, going, well, Jongleurs Portsmouth was worse than this.
Yeah, exactly. It's having that thing that you're doing in the background that makes it feel like that's not the thing. It's not the focus. It's like, I'll go and do this, but then I'll just go back and do what I was doing. If that doesn't work out, I'll just carry on doing that. And it's if you're doing nothing else but auditioning, then that is, it's horrible. Yeah,
it's waiting and waiting. You've got no power, so it kind of empowers you. Also, there's that thing that, when you've got a CV where you get into a room, which is rare for a job that you really want, and they say to you, so James, what have you done since Casualty, which you left 7 years ago? And they're used to hearing, well, I direct, and I've got some amateur dramatic stuff and whatever, but you just say, stand up, I've done 1,000 gigs, and they go, really? And that's interesting. It just pleases them, because they're not having to have that same conversation they've had 7 times today.
And it sort of empowers you in a way.
Yeah.
A bit of strength.
Yeah, and they, for some reason, think it's, a more difficult job to do than, nursing during a war. That's amazing. That's the hardest job in the world. Well, I don't know.
Do you find there's a sort of pressure when you do comedy gigs, because you're a familiar face, because all the things like Hollyoaks and that? Is there an expectation? Does it make it easier or harder?
It makes it easier and harder. It gets my foot in the door. I got a lot of open spots because they'd take a chance, because they'd say, well, we're not paying him, and he's got a TV face. It might get a few more bums on seats. Brilliant. And also people pay attention. Less than usual, but I sort of walk on stage now, and in England, about a quarter of people go like that.
Something about
yeah. So I've then got something to talk about, so I'm in. But then also, they expect you to be brilliant, which not. I'm learning.
I think it's with any performer though, isn't it? Anyone who's done something and been known for some sort of performing, whether it's if you're an actor but you're doing stand-up, they still expect you to be brilliant at everything. Everything you're doing in front of them should be brilliant.
Yeah.
So I guess it must be quite hard for that reason, because people go, well, he's been in massive TV programs, so he must be funny. So I don't know why that links together.
He was in a hard-hitting sort of gory medical drama. He must be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like we had one actor who's a very well-known television face, but a lot of the audience, he did a really good set. The audience was sort of confused by it, because he's not really known as a stand-up.
Yeah.
And they was disappointed, because I don't know what they were expecting.
I mean, I absolutely thought it was brilliant, but I think it's people expected something they were never going to see.
Yeah.
A tightly edited panel show or something.
Yeah, sure.
Like, well, this is
So I imagine you must feel that pressure to a degree.
A bit, yeah.
I mean, feel like we're piling on some pressure.
Yeah.
Our audiences are nice though.
This is pre-gig. I'm now worried about the gig.
We should probably finish. Actually, I'm just looking at the time. But
thanks for coming, James.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
So that was James Redmond.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And you can check out James Redmond runs a comedy club. I'm going to keep saying his full name. James. In fact, I will do, because his full name is in the title. The James Redmond Comedy Review, which is in Hertford. So check that out.
Hertford. That's not far from here.
No.
And when I say here, I mean Hitchin, which is where we're based in Hertfordshire.
Hence,
Hertford. Not far.
County town, Glyn.
Yeah.
County town.
It is.
And we're not. But that's all right. We know our place. And also you can follow James on Twitter, seek him out, and watch him on things like Coronation Street.
At the moment, I think.
ITV Play It.
If you're listening to this in January, he is currently in Coronation Street, as far as I'm
still
aware.
in it?
I think he's still in it.
How was he even here?
It's amazing that he did those two things at once.
But it's in Manchester as well.
I know. It's incredible. Mental. The magic of TV.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now, we're now going to play you an interview. We're going to play it to you. We're going to cue it up on vinyl that we recorded with Katherine Ryan this evening. But before that, you witnessed me have a little comedy moment backstage this evening, didn't you?
I did.
During Katherine Ryan's set.
I did indeed. It was it was the summing up of how Mostly Comedy runs. We do everything on the night, so we do go into an empty room essentially and set it up with all the equipment and everything. We book all the acts, we organise everything for the night, and take it all down again at the end. And my favourite moment tonight was during Katherine Ryan, big stand-up comedian. He, really great reaction, full audience, 100 people. I had
You're in the perfect position, weren't
I was
you?
in the perfect position.
Yeah.
So I could see backstage, and I could see the audience, and I could see Katherine Ryan on stage as well.
Separated by a little
separated by a small curtain. So watching this, from my right eye, which was watching backstage, I could see David. Through my left eye, Katherine Ryan, fantastic, going really well, 100 people. Through my right eye, David wrestling with a Hoover.
A Henry Hoover.
Henry Hoover, in fact, backstage, trying to keep it out of the way so that when Katherine Ryan came off stage, she didn't trip over it.
It was specifically the piping.
Yeah.
The piping between the face bit and the little end bit. It just kept folding itself out in the direct sort of line of fire. So I was trying to tuck it behind things and it kept falling out again. I was doing it quite seriously. I was in the moment. And then I caught you watching me.
It was very funny. Left eye, Katherine Ryan, full audience, professional, comedy gig, going great. Right eye, David wrestling with a Henry Hoover.
Yeah, that's a metaphor for my life.
Yeah.
Really, that's how it works in mostly comedy.
Yes.
You spend all your time wrestling with Hoovers, concerning yourself with admin, telling people what to do, and then about 3 minutes actually doing any comedy.
Don't think it's in any way glamorous, mostly comedy, for us in any way. We get to meet these lovely, well-known comedians, and they are fantastic. But sadly, that's where that glamour ends. The rest of it is about wrestling with Hoovers.
It's mostly that, really. Yeah, we should call it mostly wrestling with Hoovers.
Yeah.
And a little bit of comedy.
We should.
But it need a very long poster.
Yeah.
Very sort of It'd have to be landscape.
Yeah.
So yes, our next interview is with Katherine Ryan. Again, really, really excited to have her here at Mostly Comedy this evening. It was ridiculous, and I think I said this in the interview. It's probably a stupid thing to say, but looking at her CV earlier on today and just seeing how many, particularly panel shows, but the things she's done in the last few years, it's pretty incredible, really. And again, she's been one of the acts that's had one of the best reactions in terms of people trying to get tickets. We've had lots and lots of emails the last few days asking for tickets. We had lots of returns and things. People wanted to get in. So people are obviously very excited to see her, and she was great.
Yeah.
So listen to the interview with Katherine Ryan now. We're sat in a very cold, very small room with Katherine Ryan right now.
Hello, thank you very much for having me into this room. It's not that cold. It's warmer than some of the other rooms.
We thought we'd sort of save this room to last, just so you get to feel the benefit of it.
Although Katherine's wearing a coat I wish I was wearing now, which is just a sort of huge kind of Eskimo-y kind of furry thing, which is just lovely.
Vegan-friendly coat, is it?
No.
A lot of animals had to die to put this thing together. But in Canada, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they don't mind at all. They will kill anything that looks warmer than them, and they will eat it to absorb its power.
Okay.
And they will wear its skin.
Right. It's a fairly good mantra to live by.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have written loads of different things about you, and notes and various things.
They're probably mostly inaccurate.
But recently we were watching. We weren't watching it together. I was going to say, like, we were both sitting there. We don't do everything together.
No.
Watching Room 101 was the thing that you did fairly recently. Was that?
Yes, that was just about a week ago.
Yeah. And I picked up on your thing about potty training a baby at 10 months.
Easy, yeah.
I've got a child who's 17 months.
Oh, you're too late now.
Oh, shit. So I missed the point.
You've missed it.
So now I've got to wait until he's like, what, 2?
You could start now. I mean, the sooner you start, the better. But the trouble is, people are encouraged when they're expecting children to read a lot, read the blogs, go to your NCA meeting. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I didn't have time for these women. And I didn't do any of that. I just instinctively raised my child like a wolf. And I saw when she started on solid foods at 3 months, they make a face when they need the loo. They totally make a face. And I think it's very unnatural. Imagine sitting on the floor in a nappy. It's just weird. So I just took it off and put her on this little potty that I had. And you start with poos, you graduate to wees. It's really easy. So I did that from 3 months. And I would say we were completely nappy free, including nighttime, by 10 months.
I take my hat. I haven't got a hat on, but I take my hat off to you because I don't know how you do that, because it's a challenge to get him to sit still for 2 seconds.
No, now it is, because think about it. We train children to go in their pants by putting them in nappies. What we do is that you're training him, and then he is 17 months. He has this sense of self now. He's got his own mind. You try to make him do something he doesn't want to do, he's not going to want to. And that we're so backwards in this. I think you got to be careful as a parent, or as just as anyone. Just following what everyone else does, because it's not the right way sometimes.
It's not like we're instinctively built to wear a nappy or do
No.
those things.
That is true.
It's just something that we've applied.
It's convenience, because we have to go to work. I mean, had I not been home all day, I would not have been able to anticipate these poo faces, translate these poo faces. And if your childminder's got 4 kids in the
God,
room.
yeah,
You might
yeah.
not have the time either. So, I mean, everything kind of lined up. But what it gave my daughter, I think, was power. She kind of... you can't be powerful when someone's changing your nappy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And she always had control over
yeah.
that. She also did sign language. So
That's
she
good.
understood
Yeah,
communication really
I'm trying to
young.
get my son on that as well, actually.
Yeah,
That's quite
do that.
Yeah,
Persist with that. But does
Yeah.
he speak?
He does. He says hello a lot.
Yeah.
As he's hi, hello a lot to everything, to everyone
Yeah.
all the time. But yeah, he does say
He
a lot of
calls your
words.
wife by her first name as
Calls
well.
her wife by her first name, which is kind of my fault. Yeah, that's But
Well, I
no,
mean, you're not going to start calling her mummy.
you know,
don't do
That just
that.
feels like the weirdest thing. I can't do that.
No.
I couldn't do that. But yeah, I feel like I fucked it with the potty training thing though. So
You didn't. You know what? You fucked it no matter what. As a parent,
Okay.
we're fucking it.
True, that's true. That's true.
Shame goes hand in hand. Regret and shame. You're doing everything wrong.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Thanks.
And I'm the one judging you as a non-parent.
It's
So
true.
I'm
You're
always
non-parent.
watching it going,
Yeah.
I feel left out.
See, how do you know? Because if I were a man and I was like leaving my seed around, not accusing you directly of anything,
I don't do that.
but I know where my eggs are, you don't necessarily all the time. They're,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
In socks and mouths and bins.
I
you
was
don't
just
know.
thinking that.
This
yeah.
is specifically me.
Yeah,
It's
you are
describing
thinking,
my,
yeah.
So how do you know someone's not going to knock on your door? As a man, I would think about that every day.
You've made me quite frightened now.
Good.
I think I might go home. Yeah. Maybe not. I was going to
Your
ask you
son
about...
will be waiting for you. Sorry.
Oh, no. With Room 101, was it difficult whittling down what you wanted to put in there? Or was
No.
Okay.
It's very difficult coming up with things to put in Room 101 because it's a very mean thing to do, isn't it? To
yeah.
say,
Yeah.
lock this away forever. So I chose Cheryl Cole.
It's good, yeah.
That was easy. And then bread. I really hate bread. But the British public have not embraced that choice.
It seemed very controversial at the moment. Fiona
It's
Bruce was
amazing.
staring daggers at
She
you. I
was-
think, at that point.
She was quite shocked by every single thing you said, which was quite
Well, she's
funny.
posh. They
She's
don't make
posh.
up their own mind about anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I
That
sent
is
my
true.
children away when they're 7 years old.
yeah.
Privileged abandonment. It's who we are. That's fine.
Did you speak much before the show? Did you have a lot of time
I
together?
love
Or...
Fiona Bruce. That lady has got an ass that won't quit. She was voted, what was it, Rare of the Year, and she had to decline the award because of all her prolific feminist work at her university.
okay.
And, you know. But Rare of the Year, you can do that as long as you award it to both sexes.
Yeah.
You can be a feminist with Rear of the Year. Being objectified is not Fiona Bruce's thing. Neither is elimination communication,
Yeah.
which is
Hello.
what the early potty training is called.
Sorry, just a little moment when somebody walked in, which was slightly
I'm not
awkward.
phased by it.
You're
Whoever
not?
wants
Give
to
me
can
2
walk in on
seconds.
this podcast.
I'm more phased by it now. And what's happening?
Look, she's
we
not
won't
giving
use
up
it,
either.
it's
She's like,
fine,
give
it's
me
fine.
that bag,
Yeah,
rustle
it's
it, make
quite
it loud.
sinister.
Just want one.
Should I audio describe? He's throwing some pound coins, and we'll carry on. I was going to say now I've lost my thread.
You asked me about Fiona Bruce.
Oh yeah, and also, did you have to sort of cross-reference what had already been in there before? With Room
Oh
101?
no, I don't. I like Room 101, but I haven't seen every episode.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if other people had chosen the same things as me.
Yeah.
I didn't check.
Did you know what the other people had chosen?
Nope.
Not until that came up.
Not at all.
That whole. Oh, that's good. That's,
Yeah.
that's what happened. Isn't it?
It's exciting.
It's
See,
good.
a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
good.
these games have a sense of surprise and jeopardy. I like that. Everybody says, "Oh, it's all scripted. Mock the Week's all scripted. Everything's scripted." It's not.
Yeah.
There are bits that we know are coming, but you can guess it quite easily by watching the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Room 101, no, I didn't know.
Do you find that sort of thing easier, Room 101, in the sense that it's not so aggressive for one, but also it's more about yourself rather than sort of commenting on something? know what I
I
mean?
would prefer to comment on other things apart from myself. I know that's
Okay,
not very
yeah.
comedian or actor like. Enough about me. What do you think of me?
Yeah.
But I mean, I talk a lot about the news and pop culture, celebrity stuff.
Yeah.
I think I do it as me. I do it from kind of a unique angle with my kind of style, which I guess is not being horrible. Like Cheryl Cole, Cheryl Fernandez-Versini, is one of a few celebrities that I have a pop at. But you're punching up so high with her. She's like a princess in this country.
Yeah.
And she's been notably mean. So I feel like I'm being fair. I also said that she was talented and beautiful and a wonderful dancer. That's all she wants to hear.
Yeah,
If Cheryl
exactly.
Fernandez-Versini was tuning in to Room 101 and heard, "Oh, listen to her, she thinks I'm gorgeous," that's all she wants to hear. She doesn't care about anything else I say. She doesn't care that I also think she's a fucking antichrist and she's rude to runners and makeup people, and
Really?
that doesn't sit well with me. How can you be
Yeah.
the people's princess
Yeah.
and such an entitled biatch. She's like, oh, I'm just like ye. No, you've been famous since you were 16.
Yeah.
So what blows my mind with her is I think she's younger than me.
Everyone's younger
She's
than us.
31.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
ever so
she's
slightly
young,
young.
yeah.
But that sort of blows my mind because I see people like that on the television in the sort of pop culture thing, and I think they must be adults, and I'm not an adult. And you get to the point you think, I'm older than the people who are adults.
Yeah.
Imagine how that feels as a woman when those women who are your age start to be called cougars and milfs and get picked apart for their bikini body. Yeah, and then you go, oh shit, I remember the day that I realized I was too old to be Miss Teen America.
Right.
I was not even American.
Yeah.
But I went, oh god, it just hurls towards the finish.
I think for me, when I used to watch EastEnders, and there's a character Ricky in it. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I do.
I think I remember him saying he was 21. I thought, fucking hell, that's old.
Yeah.
And then you go, and you bypass it. I don't base my whole life on Ricky.
Yeah, that's a good yardstick for
and the
life.
big one for me is I'm a huge Beatles fan, and none of them were 30 by the time they split up.
Oh gosh.
And that sort of blows
So you
my
feel
mind.
like we haven't really.
I've done nothing.
We're never gonna make it based on that.
So there's a chance with One Direction.
Yeah, this is true. We can only hope.
Yeah.
They're lovely boys. You should be very proud of them. They're a lot better than our export, Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's quite terrifying in terms of
One Direction are good boys.
I think with Justin Bieber, it's a bit like the sort of Michael Jackson as a kid thing. When somebody has so much thrust on them,
That's
so
exactly
early,
what it is.
Yeah.
and in isolation, how do they deal with it? You know. But what was other things? I was gonna say? Did you were you doing comedy over in Canada when you were there?
I was doing comedy sort of, but I wasn't really getting paid. I was just playing with it. I mean, people say I've been going this many years, that many years, but I stopped and started a lot. I just was kind of curious, but I thought I would just do it for fun, kind of like a Zumba class.
Right. Okay.
Like, oh, let's do this thing. I didn't consider that I would ever become a professional comedian. And in Canada, that's a fair kind of assumption that you're going to be a waitress forever if you also want to be a comedian. Yeah, there just isn't the... geography makes the clubs far apart, and audiences in Canada are not at all as eager to come support live theater, live music, live comedy, anything like that.
Right.
So I'm really lucky that I moved to the UK, because I definitely wouldn't have had a career. I mean, I still don't have a career over there. They have no idea. They think I died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, and here I'm really busy.
Yeah. Which is great. I was quite amazed actually because when we were sort of writing down these notes, I looked on your agent's website just to get some details, and I clicked on like TV. And it's never ending. There's so many things you've done. It's very very impressive.
It's a really good time to be a comedian. I think it's kind of like the 80s again.
Yeah.
Where we've come out of a recession, or slowly coming out of one, and people really want to laugh, and it's also a really good time to be a woman, whether you're a comedian or a scientist or whatever, or just getting out of a marriage, whatever. As a woman, you're better off doing it now than you were 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. So it's one of those things that I got in exactly the right time. It's like the .com industry people. They all got rich because they invented computers. I kind of like just got in to comedy at exactly the right time to be busy right now. It could all end tomorrow, but I'd be happy waitressing again. I loved waitressing.
In Canada or this country?
I would never waitress in this country.
I was going to say, that's not a good thing.
You don't tip them, and they're rude, and I understand why they're rude.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you have done if you hadn't gone into comedy then? Was there a sort of backup or a thing you were intending on doing other than this? Or?
I was really academic when I was very young.
Right.
And then that ended about like 15. Then I just did the minimum amount that I needed to do. And I did all right, but I just wasn't interested anymore. I think working in my dad's office taught me really young that I didn't want to work in any office.
Right.
But I went to uni anyway. I took urban planning, so to become a city planner,
Right.
which was really fascinating. It taught me a lot. Well, you get an arts degree, and that's wonderful, and you meet people, and you get to do things. But with urban planning, it was so... I don't even know why I chose it. I just picked it out of the air so that I could move to this city, Toronto.
Right. Okay.
And it was all this really practical, polytechnic stuff. So now I know all about what kind of license to put a 3-foot extension on your porch, and how cities are kind of designed. I mean, it was a cool thing to learn. I'd love to do that. Who knows? Because there's a huge market for a decent city planner. I'd like to do that, maybe. But really, I'd probably go home and be homeless. I don't... Oh, my gosh, what would I do?
Did I see choreography on your... Mm-hmm. So is that something that you... Did you go to dance school or...
Yeah, when I was little, I had a real pageant mom. So we did tap, jazz, ballet, piano, theater, singing, all that stuff for a long time. And then I choreographed musicals. But not, I didn't choreograph Billy Elliot. I choreographed like Anne of Green Gables in my hometown.
Cool. I loved your dance though on the Comic Relief.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was brilliant.
I only dance if it's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm kind of poisoned now. Do you notice how a lot of comedians are weird in real life? Like they're kind of sociopaths.
Yeah.
I can see that happens gradually every year, and you don't notice it until you're absolutely mental.
Right.
And I don't mean to offend anyone listening who's mental, but I mean, I'm with you, sister.
Yeah.
Because I see people dancing, and to me they look like... I look at them as a skeleton, and I wonder why a skeleton would move around that way. Think of yourself anatomically. Why would you do that? Why would you be... Why would you dance around? It really
bizarre,
freaks
isn't
me
it?
out.
Yeah.
I don't like it. If it's something like diversity... and they're doing this big choreographed routine, then I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
But just people kind of moving to music in a room really, really creeps me out. I don't like that. I could never do that. I haven't danced like that in my entire life.
Your Nicki Minaj thing was a kind of diversity type sort of group. That, Well,
Diversity better not listen to your podcast.
When I
Scale
say
down,
diversity, scale down. But it
Yeah.
had that sort of group number feel to it, and it was funny as well. So
I like choreographed dance. I
Yeah.
don't like bopping around at a party.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
No, that is intensely awkward.
If someone
and,
tells you what to do, I can cope with that. But
Yeah.
the idea of just, and like you say, it's just bizarre. And the thing for me as well, because I'm a musician, and I think
Yeah.
people therefore expect you to be comfortable with sort of rhythm and stuff. But give me a guitar or whatever, and I'll move around doing my thing. But without it, I just feel so sort of...
it's the
that's
hands
me
thing.
now.
I just think, what do you do?
I hate it. It's so cringy.
yeah.
If I were to go watch live music, I'd really enjoy that, but I would enjoy it in the worst way, the way that you don't want. I would be like a theater audience.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
sit and really enjoy it. I would never... Well, it's making me uncomfortable even thinking about people just kind of tapping their foot. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate
is
it.
that
And in this
the-
country, it's the clapping on the on-beat
Oh,
thing.
it's horrible.
I hate
It's
it.
when you
Just,
have to.
yeah.
It's when you feel like you have to stand. I've been to shows, especially musicals and things, where you have to stand up
Oh,
and
gosh.
join in, and then you feel like you're clapping along, and then you're like, right now I'm still clapping, and everyone else is still clapping, and now I feel really awkward about the fact that I'm
Yeah.
standing here clapping, and I feel like I have to sway, and it's horrible.
You feel like a toddler
Yeah,
in
yeah.
music class. Why are you clapping?
Yeah.
I mean, some people you see them dance with reckless abandon and they're happy.
Yeah.
That's a joyful thing to see. Segue. I got to see Take That perform on the Jonathan Ross show. And they were
I say,
just
that's on
feet
behalf of my
away.
wife, by the way. She loves Take That.
Well, yeah, that was
And me
the
as well, I
thing.
like Take That.
However you feel about Take That, Gary Barlow as a songwriter is
Yeah.
so
He
talented.
is, yeah.
And you watch them and they're such lovely men. And they were performing and it was such a moment of you look up in the audience and it's all these women who have loved Take That for most of their lives. And you wouldn't call it dancing. Like what they were doing was a religion. They were just joyful, like dancing, screaming, losing their shit.
Yeah.
I loved that. But then there were a few people in the back who didn't know what was going on. It was just foot tapping. No.
No,
Just
but
sit down.
if you're
Just
not,
sit down
you know,
and enjoy your life.
If you're not taking them away by the music, then just sit. Yeah.
We had an awkward thing because Glyn's wife is a huge Take That fan. I was in a show in London and they came to see it because their manager is boyfriend of one of the guys in the show.
Cool.
And Glyn and Kelly, Glyn's wife, came the day before them and they were literally sat where Take That were sat. And I felt so awkward because it's like the biggest fans and they were there the day before and then Take That came.
It's forever going to be Kelly's thing because she's been to a couple of shows in the
Yeah.
West End. I think one of the shows, Gary Barlow was in the stalls and we were in the dress circle. Never saw him.
No.
No.
It's quite surreal though when you're
Found out
doing
on
a
Twitter
show.
afterwards that he was there. But
Yeah.
Poor Gary Barlow, though. I mean, on the way out, women just felt that they could get right in his face and kiss him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's lived that life for how long, and he's
Yeah.
so kind.
Right.
Then you look at someone like Justin Bieber, and you go, you know what, Gary? Just be a dick.
Yeah.
Just be a dick like this kid from Canada. And these women might leave you alone. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want people kissing me. I love people, and I'm
Yeah.
grateful that people have come to see your show, but back the fuck up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
And it must be it's that constant thing if you don't have any private time because people just feel they can speak to you at any moment, and you have to always be on and be very positive when you see them.
Yeah.
So otherwise,
Yeah.
you just sort of mess up your own sort of image and get hassled for it. So it's
Yeah.
a strange thing, isn't it? You know, if anyone is rude to you, anyone who's famous in inverted commas, you remember that forever. And it's always, oh, he's an arsehole.
Yeah,
You know,
sadly,
so
you
you
can't-
must be so forced with someone like Gary Barlow who has been famous for so long.
Yeah.
To do that.
You know, I take everything back that I ever said about Cheryl Cole. I feel like
Exactly.
she's got it
That's what it
figured
is.
out.
Maybe
She's come
she's
full circle with
done
that.
that on
Yeah.
purpose just to
No,
sort of
that's
make
really,
people.
thank you for that. Was very
Yeah. We're sort of your counsellors.
Yeah, I liked
just
it.
helped you with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. We probably should end there because
Yeah.
we've got Karen on the show. Thanks for talking to us, Catherine.
Thank you
you.
for talking to me, and I can't wait to do your gig.
That was Katherine Ryan.
Blooming was. And us as well.
And us, we were there, yeah.
We were the
there.
ones sort of saying the questions.
True, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. We were attempting to be interviewers.
She was the interviewee, we
Yeah,
were
we were
interviewers.
interviewers,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not Michael Parkinson, are we?
Definitely not.
We're Doggett and Ephgrave.
Yes.
Next month, if you happen to be listening to this at the right time of the year and the month and everything, we have Arthur Smith coming to Mostly Comedy, his first appearance for us, which is exciting. We've also got Jay Cal coming. In the next few months, we've got lots of great acts coming. Sarah Pascoe, Ashlyn B, Norman Lovett, Barry from Watford, Matt Richardson from The Extra Factor.
Yeah.
I could go on You Bet.
You
I'm doing
really
all
could.
this.
But are you just out of your head, or is this actually
It's
written down in
literally
front of
out
you?
of my
Are
head.
you not reading off the screen?
No, I've got different stuff on the screen.
Wow,
See,
that
yeah.
is impressive.
David Trent, we've got
Yep.
Tom Goodliff.
Yep.
Is that everyone?
It sounds like it to me that
You
we've
don't
got.
even know, you're
I don't have
wasted.
No idea. But yes, lots of good people,
Yeah.
Brilliant people, in fact, and do come
And
come
us.
along, and us,
Make-
and
making
brilliant
up the
people,
numbers.
and, and us.
Do also listen to our other podcasts. Lots of interviews, lots of different people. Kevin Eldon, Phil Dupertus,
Sean Hughes.
Richard
I feel like
Herring.
I always chip in with Sean Hughes. At
You
that
do.
point. Yeah.
It's the one name you've learned in
Yeah.
the 6 or 7 years of
It
us
is,
doing
yeah.
this.
There's
Every
There's
time.
other people, but Sean
Yeah.
Hughes is the one that.
What would you do if I said it earlier on in the list and you couldn't say it?
I wouldn't have a clue.
You'd
I
panic.
I'd really panic.
Would you?
I'd be thinking Wit Tank. That's another one.
Oh, that's a
always forget
classic.
that,
That's
no.
out of the left field.
Forget that one. Forget about that one.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. I mean,
No, 'cause they're
I always
great.
forget about that one. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's got awkward. We should stop.
We should stop.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Spread the word. Follow us on Twitter at DoggettFgrave.
No and.
Doggett Ephgrave.
Ephgrave. That's why we haven't got as many followers as we could have. If people realised there was no and, they'd follow us.
If you keep telling yourself that, Glyn,
That's why.
you'll eventually believe it.
Yeah.
You can also follow us separately at David_Fgrave. Good luck spelling that. Or at Glyn Doggett. Good luck spelling that one as well.
No underscore on that one, so I'm better.
Yeah, but no, I just thought it made more of a feature of my two names.
Okay.
Do come to Mostly Comedy sometime in the future. Keep supporting comedy gigs and doing that sort of thing. And listen
In
to
general,
the podcast.
not just comedy.
Yeah, support
general.
everyone else apart from us.
Yeah.
And hopefully we have your ears back flapping away and listen to another podcast in the future.
Look forward to hearing those ears flapping.
Yeah, they don't have to flap, just so you know.